That part.
and play. So he walks into his living room. And he says, "I want to bring him right here."
Is he talking to Cousin Eddie in that scene?
He's talking to everyone, the whole family, because he just received his bonus check.
Oh yeah.
Or it was like a coupon or something.
Yeah.
He says, "I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is."
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Probably one of the most iconic lines ever.
This
There are some.
is it just me, or was this like movie pushing the boundaries of PG-13?
Yeah.
It would have been rated
hardcore.
R today, I think.
I feel like today there's a good chance.
Because when did this come out? 89?
Yes, 89. Yeah.
I think it probably would be rated R if it was released today.
Probably. I think the only, I don't know. I mean, they don't like say the F word a lot or anything in it.
No, I think only once.
The humor, it just really pushes the line.
Yeah.
In terms of how vulgar it is and
my favorite scene from this movie is when it's the semi truck scene when they're driving.
Yeah.
And they get stuck under the semi and
yeah.
they're driving, and he when they finally get out of it and they hit that big like snow hill,
right?
And they land at the Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
And he just goes, "We made pretty good time." After they were like almost dying on the road.
Dude, the scene when they're like walking in the woods trying to find the tree,
Yeah.
and his daughter's eyes are frozen open. And his wife's like, "She'll see it later, honey. Her eyes are frozen."
Or, dude, I don't really love the squirrel gag. But the funniest part about the squirrel gag is they're chasing that thing around, and is it Lewis, the like old dude that's, I think it's Lewis.
Lewis, maybe?
I think that's his name.
Is he one of the dads?
He's one of the old family members. I don't
Yeah.
know. Either way, throughout the whole
Anyway.
thing, he's just sitting there sleeping in the chair.
Right.
Has no idea what's going on.
Oh, dude, there's so many.
There's so many.
Oh my
just,
gosh! Like when
comedic gold.
when they go to like the mall and that one chick is there.
Yeah.
And he's like asking him what he's looking for, and he's like starts sweating. He's like, "Oh, something for my wife. God rest her soul." He's like, "Oh, she's dead? No, what?" He just starts cracking up. His son comes over. Oh man.
Or when they're going into that big business room, and all of his like colleagues are walking by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss his ass.
Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Shitter was full! Ah, yeah. You checked our shitters, honey?
Clark.
What is that?
This entire episode could just be us talking
Seriously.
about scenes from the movie.
What's his cousin's name?
Eddie?
Yeah,
Cousin Eddie.
Oh, dude. And the whole thing with him like trying to put the Christmas lights up.
Yeah.
And he falls onto the tree, and then like the piece of ice that like ricochets out of the gutter or like
it's like the neighbor's house.
Yeah, into the neighbor's house.
It's just that running gag where their like carpet is always getting messed up. And they're sitting there, and the guy goes, "Where would we possibly get a tree this late on Christmas Eve?"
Right.
And it just comes through the window.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Or what is it? Like, Mom, you said Grace. Grace? Grace died 30 years ago. He wants you to say the blessing. Oh, okay. She says the Pledge of Allegiance. And then the reindeer blow up in the house, and she starts singing the national anthem. And they're all standing out there. They put their hands over their hearts and finish singing it with her.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Oh.
What a movie!
Or like the scene where like they're in I don't know, they're in someone's room, and like one of the dads or the uncles is like on the top bunk, like looking at the poster of some like
oh yeah,
of some
it's
hot
like some
chick.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
dude! And the cat this is kind of messed up. The cat getting fried under the couch.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's like one of the most iconic like
Oh, my
visuals from a
gosh.
comedy movie where the cat's like chewing on the wire.
Right,
It's so
right.
messed up.
Oh, when he said it's a bit nipply out. I mean, a bit nippy out. He starts laughing, dude. Chevy Chase, I think, is probably, and I don't know like how much of this was written, how much of it was him just kind of going off cuff.
Yeah.
But his joke delivery, and this is true across when he was on SNL, in the other vacation movies he was in. There's just so much.
You ever see The Three Amigos? I think it was from a few years before this one.
I've seen a couple like scenes, but I've never watched it all the way through.
But anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you're going back to me.
I'm going back to you.
But I don't know, he just, as far as like comedic actors goes, he just has this perfect delivery that I think a lot of comedic actors never kind of reach.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the vacation, I think all three of the vacation movies that he's in are very, very good. But I think this one, in terms of just the supporting cast that's in it and all of the kind of like mid-America, middle-class family goings-on that happens the whole time, it feels very relatable. It's like you said, it's every dad's favorite movie. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure every dad feels exactly like Clark Griswold does.
Yeah, I mean,
95% of this movie.
Essentially, it's a story about a guy who loves Christmas and loves family and wants this huge Christmas gathering and wants it to go perfectly.
Right.
And then is basically making himself go crazy trying to make sure that it does and having to deal with his relatives. And
it just everything continually falls
Yeah.
apart. He gets trapped in the attic.
Yeah,
And he has to
when he falls through,
his feet
and he's standing on the bunk bed. Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh. And that's the other thing. Like, I've seen this movie, I can't tell you how many times. I'm 23, so at least like 10 plus Christmases. And it never gets old.
Yeah.
The jokes always land. And now, I mean, there's some like, there's like potty humor and, there's like some schlocky kind of, like, I don't know, not violent humor, but like humor that's
slapstick.
Like slapstick, yeah. There's some slapstick in here, but a lot of the jokes are just purely well-written jokes.
Right.
Like I mean, some of the slapstick works, pretty much all of it does, but a lot of it is just kind of that naturally written, kind of just well thought out jokes that, like, I don't know, there aren't many jokes in this movie that I can think that don't land. And that's pretty hard. Even like a lot of good comedies have jokes that don't land.
A lot of that just goes back to, like you said, the delivery from Chevy Chase. Like,
right.
He's so good in this movie, and really in all of the vacation movies. It's kind of it's just kind of his style,
right?
And I think it's very fitting to him. A lot of the movies that he does are like this kind of comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those movies that you can watch year after year. This might be like one of the earliest Christmas movies that I actually remember watching, like specifically a Christmas movie. Of course, like growing up, our generation was like Elf and like that kind of Christmas.
Elf was huge,
and The Grinch.
Yeah.
But like this one was like this is like the iconic Christmas comedy.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think I remember it so much as a kid because it was kind of one of the first, like, it's like you said, this is rated PG-13, but it definitely toes the line.
Yeah, it pushes it a little bit.
It's kind of like the first like big adult movie I could watch around the holidays. Like, and I got to watch it with my family.
It's also one of the few Christmas movies that's actually geared towards adults, I think, which makes it kind of unique in that sense.
There's nothing about this movie that is geared towards children.
No,
like
not at all.
The fantasies he has with the mall shopper and doesn't he like? Don't they like see her? He like sees her in a car or something, right? Like driving a Jaguar down the road, and then he like tries to speed up and catch up to her. That might be in a different. That might be a different Vacation.
I think
movie
that
I'm
was
thinking of.
just the original Vacation.
Was it the
movie.
original Vacation?
But this one, in this one, he flips off the. That's how the whole semi truck scene.
Right.
Started when he tells everyone to look the other way, and then he just flips off the guy that's pissing him off.
Yeah, I think this is a movie. When I watched it the first time, I watched it with like my parents and my sisters and my aunt and uncle were there. Like the whole family was in for Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. And we all sat down, like all 15 of us, and we all watched it together. Yeah. And I think that as a kid made it memorable because I was like sitting with my family, and I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was watching this like, wow, like so there are other weird families in America. Like it's not just us, these crazy weird people.
Like it's that's a thing.
Like that's a thing that happens around the country.
I think something too that like draws me to this humor is that it's like Clark's humor is oftentimes unintentional. He's just like very sarcastic person.
Right. It's super dry.
He gives those dry dry remarks, and then you throw in like, you know, it's kind of stereotypes, but there's the one like super gullible, just weird cousin, and then there's like the grandparent that never has any idea what's going on, and then there's like the neighbors that are upset that your family's being too loud,
and uptight, you know, and then snooty neighbors.
Yeah, and then like when everything's going wrong and people are trying to leave, then you have the dad who's just determined to make everything work, so he's like forcing them to stay for his Monopoly games or whatever, you know.
Yeah. You know, Christmas movies are a lot. I think about, you know, I think every Christmas movie kind of tries to push a message. Yeah. And what I love about this one is it's not like a feel good gooey message. It's around the holidays. If people are coming to your place, get ready because everything is gonna go wrong.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there's still like that sense of like, but you can still have, it can still be fulfilling.
Well, and it's there's also, you know, that feeling that like they're family and you have to love them the way that they are. Right. And like when he goes to cut open the turkey.
Oh, and it just splits open.
Cracks open and it's just like dry and dusty.
They're all like eating the skin. And
they're all like saying how bad it looks. And then the one lady, is it Cousin Eddie's wife that made the turkey? It was one of the family members, and she starts like crying. Oh, and she goes, "I knew we put it in too early." And then they're all like, "No, it looks great. It's just a little dry." But like that's just human, you know. Like you have those family members that you can't stand that are screwing everything up, but like you have to
put up with.
Exactly.
Right.
It's taken to extremes, but it's relatable, you know. Oh yeah. Like they take those most relatable types of family dynamics and they just push it as far as they can go, and they just run with that. Mm-hmm. And each character kind of has those cliches that are just like,
and they play to those cliches well, but they still like even like the most cliched characters still have like very personal moments. Right. Like even you can still like you can feel Cousin Eddie is affable and he's goofy, but you can kind of still get his background and kind of, you know, where he's coming from. And you know, but the movie never takes too much time to get sappy or dramatic. You know, it always goes over the top when it comes to joke telling and kind of, you know, the main focus, which is, you know, being a comedy. Right. Which is nice because, you know, a lot of holiday movies kind of verge into the sappy, overdramatic, kind of, you know, ham-fisted message type stuff.
Like Christmas spirit.
Yeah, like it's all about the Christmas spirit. Yeah. This movie's about telling jokes.
Christmas isn't about gifts.
It's about getting it in the ass from your boss,
the shitter,
who gives you a coupon instead of a raise for a bonus.
I was just reading through this quote on IMDb. it's from Ruby Sue and Clark talking back and forth.
Uh-huh.
She goes, Rocky bit my thumb. Him's nervous. Clark goes, nervous or excited? Ruby Sue, shitting bricks. Clark, you really shouldn't use that word. Sorry, shitting rocks.
Dude, I got one pulled. Hey, Griswold, what do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold.
I wasn't talking to you.
This was the one that I thought of with Cousin Eddie.
Uh-huh.
He goes, hey, kids, I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's on its way, hold on. Hey, kids, I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's sleigh on its way to New York City. And then after a pause, Eddie, you serious, Clark? Oh, dude.
You serious?
There's so many just like
my gosh.
little one-liners or oh my goodness. What a movie, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, we just gave the people 20 minutes of nothing but quotes
well,
and describing scenes.
That's like what this whole movie
That's what it is.
And
that's what makes it so good.
yeah, and that's why it's my favorite Christmas movie, because I can have a laugh, and I like, you know, it has that type of humor that I really enjoy more than any other type. That dry, just kind of deadpan delivery, and that's what Chevy Chase excels at. Yeah, and that's my favorite Christmas movie.
Sweet, dude.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasting or wherever the hell you listen to your podcasts, if those aren't the two you listen on, then what the hell are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. Be sure to leave us a review.
Video's only on YouTube.
Leave us some comment. The video is only on YouTube. If you're watching us and you're on Spotify, something is wrong with your phone, or
some people use
you're in a nightmare.
Vimeo, right?
I don't know I doubt this goes up on. I don't put this on Vimeo.
I don't think it does. So if you're watching on Vimeo, then we're being illegally pirated.
If you're on YouTube, thank you.
Would that be illegal? Do we own this?
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. If we talk about movies, does that mean the distributor of the movie we talk about now owns our content?
National Lampoon owns this now.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I don't think I can say that. Not a sponsor. By the way, disclaimer, they don't own us.
Hey, this episode is sponsored by...
No, you can't say it. No, you can't say that.
Yeti. It keeps your water cold.
You can't say that. You can't. We're not. We're not.
We're not.
We're not.
I just winked at the camera.
Good.
All right. Anyway,
thanks
for watching and subscribing and hitting that notification bell and commenting and letting us know what you think about
telling
the show.
your friends.
Tell your friends.
That's my new thing.
Tell your
on these outros. I want to make sure everybody knows. Tell your friend. Hey,
tell your friends.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom.
Tell your dad.
Tell your uncle.
Tell your sister.
Tell your aunt.
Tell your brother.
Tell
your cousin.
Tell your grandparents. There we go.
I don't think very many grandparents would listen to us.
Tell your godparents. I don't know if you have godparents. I have 2 sets of godparents. It's kind of weird.
Tell your pen pals.
Tell your pen pals. If you have a pen pal and you think it's still, I don't know, 1950, tell your pen pal.
Tell your dog.
I actually had a pen pal for a while.
Play this
to your dog. Maybe
this YouTube video or this Spotify podcast. Play it for your dog.
You see the TikTok where it's like play these sounds and with your dog in the room. No. And this girl's like in her bed and her dog's in her bed with her, and she like plays the sound and the dog just looks at her and just projectile vomits onto her bed.
Gross.
It was so disgusting.
So insert our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So
if you don't want your dog to vomit, because dogs love this shit.
Be sure to do all those things. Thank you for watching. And remember, The Room is the greatest movie of all time. Shout out 719. We'll see y'all next time.
Oh, I'm so done.
I'm definitely going to say that after every episode now.
Say it.
Good.